Hello everyone! The topic assigned to our group is about eclecticism.
What is eclecticism? Eclecticism is a method of language education that combines various approaches and methodologies to teach language depending on the aims of the lesson and the abilities of the learners. Different teaching methods are borrowed and adapted to suit the requirement of the learners. So, it is a way of teaching po na ginagamitan ng iba't ibang method or pamamaraan depende sa pangangailangan at kakayanan ng isang learners. As we say nga po, ang bawat bata ay may iba't ibang capabilities kung paano sila matuto. It is a conceptual approach that does not merely include one paradigm or a set of assumptions. Instead, eclecticism adheres to or is constituted from several theories, styles, and ideas in order to gain a thorough insight about the subject and draws upon different theories in different cases. As I said earlier, they are using different theories po, methods, styles, and ideas para mas mapalawak pa ang kaalaman about the subject. And it will simplify para mas maunawaan ng mabilis ng estudyante. The word eclectic means deriving things from a variety of sources, iba't ibang sources. The term comes from the Greek eklektikos, literally choosing the best, and that from eklektos, pick out or select. So, ibig sabihin po, you will just pick what is the best method or technique para mas maunawaan ng estudyante.
Logical reasons to use eclectic instructions. Letter A. We want students to learn a wide variety of ideas and skills. B. Different approaches are useful for teaching various aspects of these ideas and skills. Letter C. Usually there are diminishing returns for each type of instructional approach. And lastly, students' characteristics vary in many ways, and we want to match the characteristics of more students with at least one of our teaching styles. In general, mga ma'am, sir, the logical reasons to use in eclectic instructions, it has fast result, it is dynamic, it is flexible, and most of all, students learn a wide variety of ideas and skills. Dito pumapasok yung conceptual knowledge at procedural knowledge. For example, si preschool teacher under science subject, magtuturo siya ng body parts sa mga batang estudyante. So, since mga bata pa yun, ang gagawin niyang strategy or creative way ng pagtuturo is puzzle solving. Kung saan doon sa puzzle solving niya, gagamit siya ng cuts out ng may iba't ibang drawing na body parts na makukulay. So, ang magiging initial reaction ng mga batang estudyante is ma-attract sila dun sa puzzle solving at mas madali nila yung ma-absorb dahil may visual and then gagana yung imagination nila, yung sensory motor ng isip nila. And then, hindi sila maboboring dahil natututo na sila and at the same time, may touch ng paglalaro. So, hindi yun boring sa kanila. And additional to that, yung eclectic instructions is mostly used in the teaching of science and mathematics. So, yan lang po yun sa ilan na eclectic instructions na may wide varieties of ideas and skills. Maraming salamat po.
Let's now proceed to the advantages of eclecticism. The first advantage is it is the nature of man that he likes change. This approach is broad and may include every kind of learning activity and saves learner from monotony. It means that through eclecticism, it breaks the ice of repetitiously tiresome mode of learning because of multitask, high interaction, lively learning. The teachers could create a fun and innovative learning environment which helps students to learn in their own nature and capabilities as individuals. We adjust our present education to the environment so that learning will not become boring. Number 2, it is more appropriate for preschool learning but not less beneficial in the classroom. It means that we cannot expect from them to have all reached the same level at the same time. So we need to be creative in using different approaches to capture the learning interest and curiosity of the learners, especially the young ones. But it doesn't mean that it is so effective for the preschool learning. It will not be that effective when it comes to other grade levels or in other classroom. Number 3, it is helpful in all kinds of skills in stimulating a creative environment and gives confidence to the learners. In this approach, children discovers and still good ways of learning. I have heard once about education is not the filling of pail but the lighting of fire. Hindi siya teacher-centered that provide only knowledge and information. Yun nga yung sinasabi nila dati na chalk and talk. We need to get to know our students very well to come up with a method that would make the classroom experience engaging and hands-on para maboost natin yung moral and maboost natin yung confidence ng mga estudyante. Number 4, above all this approach, gives a chance to our common sense to mold and shape our method according to the circumstances and available materials of teaching aids. It makes the teacher flexible, especially with the resources that they have. Meron na ulit ako nabasa, sabi nga ni Miss Thompson yun eh. Sabi niya, if a child can't learn the way we teach, we should teach the way they learn. Teachers combine different strengths from different philosophies most of the time, use their own unique theory, creativity, and vision for the sake of the students. And lastly, these days, parents of first-time preschoolers are faced with a dilemma where to enroll their kids with all the existing teaching methods offered in school. We can imagine how difficult choosing the right one is. As a parent, actually, an incoming kindergarten parent, ang first talaga na inalam ko when choosing a school is asking kung saan magandang ipasok na teacher yung anak ko. And most of the parents na natanong ko, without knowing this kind of approaches or these kinds of philosophies, pag tinanong mo sila, either ang mga sasabihin lang nila is about kung paano nagtuturo yung teacher. Like, sasabihin nila, wag ka dun kay ma'am ganito kasi puro lecture lang yan. Or wag ka dito sa teacher na to kasi puro activity yan. And to cut the story short, ang pinili ko is kung saan makakakuha yung anak ko ng balance where she can still play around but then still may lectures, still may activities na alam ko na mag-grow siya as a student.
Implementation. The eclectic method was adopted based on the belief that children should be valued as unique individuals. And to promote this belief, we choose this method of teaching so that we can apply individually what we feel is appropriate for each child. So, may iba't ibang intelligence ang mga bata or students, di ba? Ito yung spatial, linguistic, interpersonal, bodily kinesthetic, musical, logical, and mathematical. So, kapag eclectic method yung in-implement ng teacher, isa sa mako-consider na yung multiple intelligence ng mga bata. Benefits. Students nowadays always want something new and exciting, so learning should not be boring and stressful. They love the environment and are excited what they are going to learn for the day. They have a positive concept of what a student is learning becomes easier for them. So ang benefits nito, matuturuan ng teacher ang lahat ng estudyante niya, malilesen yung hirap ng students kasi nakabase sa kung anong type of learner sila or kung anong multiple intelligence meron sila. Pati magiging positive yung thinking ng bata sa pag-aaral dahil mas dumali at mas nauunawaan na nila yung every topic na tinatakal ng teachers nila.
In conclusion, eclectic is composed of material gathered from various systems, doctrines, or sources. Eclectic method simply utilizes the best of all educational models, tailoring that mixtures to the individual child in order to best meet his needs. The eclectic approach is the label given to a teacher's use of techniques and activities from a range of language, teaching approaches, and methodologies. The teacher decides what methodology or approach to use depending on the aims of the lesson and the learners in the group. The advantages of an eclectic method is safety, interest, diversity, and flexibility. That's all. Thank you.